Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and this is our Sweet Dog Yoga. Today, I want to talk to you about the 3 C's: criticizing, condemning, and complaining. Now, criticizing is basically judging others. It's telling people what you don't like. And one thing I found about telling people what you don't like, unless it's invited, doesn't make people too happy. And one of the things I realize about myself is when people offer criticism that I don't ask for, doesn't make me too happy either. And another thing I recognized is that worrying about criticism from other people stops many of us from doing what we want to do because we're afraid of what other people are going to think. Now, somebody once said that other people's opinions about me are none of my business. I think that was Marianne Williamson. But then one of my teachers and mentors, Dr. Kennedy Schultz, said, "Oh, what other people think about me, it does make a difference, does tell me something." And that's because other people are representative of what's in my consciousness. So if I accept myself, if I love myself, other people's opinions don't matter at all. So I think that what we could do is to be kind to one another. Just don't criticize, but rather uplift, support, encourage, and love one another. Now, condemning is blaming others. And we see a lot of people giving us examples of how to blame other people. We see that from the very tops of our government. We're not taking responsibility, but blaming other people for the situation we're in. What I really appreciate is people that take responsibility. Take responsibility from themselves and their part in things. You know, if we stop blaming, we can look for actually being part of the solution. Ask ourselves, what's my part in this? And what can I do to help make this a better world? Or what can I do to help realize a solution? And lastly, let's talk about complaining. Now, for me, this is a cutting edge for me in my spiritual growth because I've been a complainer most of my life. I mean, think about it. When I was a baby and wanted to be fed, I'd whine. I'd cry. And all throughout my life, if I wanted something, I found if I whined and I cried, I got what I wanted. Washington State is famous for its whines. And I think that's partly because of me, because I was such a great whiner, because that's where I came from. But actually, if we recognize that perhaps whining was a tool for us, that complaining was a tool for us, maybe what we can do is substitute that tool with a different tool. And that tool is making a request. Now, I'm not saying that we need to put up with bad behavior, not at all. I'm not saying that we need to put up with stuff that we don't want. What I am saying is that rather than complaining that the room's too hot, what we could do is make a request. You could say, "I'm hot. Would you kindly turn down the heat?" Or what you might say if the waiter brought you some buttered toast and you asked for dried toast. That was something my dad used to do all the time. And they brought buttered toast. Instead of saying, "Hey, I asked for for dried toast and you brought me buttered toast. Bring me," you don't have to do that. You don't have to get into it. You could just say, "Waiter, I would prefer dried toast. Would you please bring me some?" It's just making a request. Now that goes over a whole lot better, and you might find the toast that comes back is more palatable than it would be otherwise. It's a wonderful world. And one of the tools that we have to work on is letting go of criticism, condemnation, and complaining. Because as we do so, we help make this a better world. And we become better people. And we're creating a world that works for all. I want to thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure that you join us Sunday morning for Dr. Maxine's talk. It will be live stream. And to see it, all you have to do is go to our website, cslphilly.org, and you can click on and see us from that. And that's also a wonderful way to make your contributions to the center, because your contributions allow us to continue on with bringing good messages to the people and providing a ministry. So your contributions are appreciated. So from me to you and Wonder Dog Yoga, know you're loved and be looking forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.